Hi guys, how are you all doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depending on your beautiful location, I hope you're doing just great. Listen, this is specifically for men. Men, if you are calling your wife Nwunye Odogwu, there should be something to back it up. A lot of you are just calling your wives Nwunye Odogwu. In fact, these days, so many women answer Nwunye Odogwu, but then there is nothing to show for it. In Igbo land, what is the meaning of Odogwu? Do you understand? Because I don't know if I should say that a lot of people are just answering the name without even knowing the meaning of it. And you as a man that constantly calls your wife Nwunye Odogwu when she cannot even afford ordinary ped. She is in her monthly flow, she cannot get paid for herself. If crayfish or tomato or Maggi finishes in the house, bread, she literally calls you to buy it on your way back. What makes her an Odogwu wife? That is my question. What exactly makes her an Odogwu wife? A lot of you men are deceiving yourself all in the name of Nwunye Odogwu. Nwunye Odogwu that cannot afford anything simply because the husband doesn't want her to do some type of business. You are a man, your wife wants to start sampling a onion in front of the house. You'll be like, no, what would my friends say? Don't you know that you are Nwunye Odogwu? Your wife wants to start selling crayfish on the table somewhere in your street you don't want. Okay, she want to start making soya milk or soya beans to come to your shop, at least stay one corner of your shop to sell these things. Probably to your customers you don't want. Simply because you are forming Odogwu n'ilu lelu. Listen, there is this saying in my language that says that Okolon walo ogodo n'elu elu, ikuku kuobulunya no ogodia. Do you understand me? A lot of men are making this mistake, and I keep asking myself, does it mean that men do not understand that regardless of what the hustle is, as long as it's putting food on the table, it's worth it? It doesn't really matter if people are seeing you some type of way, because I so much believe that if you're forming Odogwu, then you have to open a business that is befitting of your status. You cannot allow this woman to do street business. You will not allow her to kukuma be buying clothes from maybe gota or be buying all this and sample them. At least she will have a little money in her pocket whenever she want to buy bread or something finishes in the house without her knowing and stuff like that. She can be able to at least afford tomato, onions, Maggi, even sanitary pad for herself, a change of pants and all that. A woman doesn't supposed to be waiting for her husband to buy all these minor things. I'm usually very much ashamed of myself when I'm around women like me that cannot afford bread in the house. Your child is sick. You cannot even give your child first aid before calling the father on the phone. Once you feel his or her temperature is high, you pick your phone and start making noise all over the place. Hey, honey, daddy, Balokwanatawa, wherever you are, please start running home. Oh, Chizarami is sick. Amanda Inka, Chimziterem. You understand? Yet your husband deceives you with that name, Nwunye Odogwu. Can you ask yourself as a woman, what exactly makes you an Odogwu? If you cannot afford an ordinary basic need. Listen, man, enough of this. My wife cannot do this. My wife cannot do that. My wife this, my wife that. You are a Nwunye Odogwu. Open up something that is befitting of Nwunye Odogwu for her, so that Nwunye Odogwu will make sense. Somebody cannot be answering Nwunye Odogwu when she cannot boast of 1 naira. You cannot be answering Nwunye Odogwu when you cannot buy fuel for the generator or even candle. What the hell makes you Nwunye Odogwu? Can if Nwunye Odogwu? Open up a very mighty boutique for her. Yeah, me pay boutique in a soku, since you know that you are an Odogwu and your wife cannot do some type of business or any kind of business. She cannot hug. She cannot stay in the street. She cannot also come to your shop and stay one corner and sample her own business. Then what is keeping you? There are a lot of businesses that befits her status as Nwunye Odogwu. As you said, as you make her believe she is. Do you understand? Open something for her, a very mighty large supermarket that she will just be inside AC in her office, cooling her hair off. Now, open 1 bottle of Amalulo. Now, you understand? Why her girls will be inside the shop hustling for her. That will make her a real Nwunye Odogwu, and I'm sure it's gonna also befit your status. Because I don't get it anymore. You see a man asking his wife not to do anything because she's Nwunye Odogwu. Do you think that things is going to remain the same forever? The only thing that remains constant in nature is change. And for the record, if you feel that you are enough Odogwu, you don't just need to ask a woman to stay in the house. It doesn't make sense. If you are an Odogwu, and you cannot open a befitting business for your wife, why don't you pay her at least 500k or 1 million every month? 500k or 1 million every month, so that Odogwu wife, the answer go make sense. Odogwu wife, you're driving a car you cannot fuel. Odogwu wife, you're driving all over the town. And if your car mistakenly stops anywhere and fuel is the issue, you have to call your husband to make transfer for your e-wallet before you can fuel your car. It doesn't make sense, my sister. Remove that Odogwu from your name and put either Odiogu or don't put at all until you meet up. Men, this is for you guys. Take note. You cannot keep a woman at home or in the name of Nwunye Odogwu. You don't allow her to do business. Nwunye Odogwu, just deceiving her up and down. A lot of women are wasting or in the name of Nwunye Odogwu. Akapokwa n'unu bikono.